know when we're live. Hi everyone, we're live. Welcome to the Moms in Real Estate Morning Show. I'm Courtney Allen. I'm a part of the Moms in Real Estate team. Normally it's Kristen Cantrell and Randy Mendez that host these, but they're at a real estate conference in Texas. So I have the honor of hosting, and I'm so excited for today's show because we have a very special guest, Elena Kee. She is the founder of Kee Technology Solutions, and she's also not just an expert and not just an amazing business owner, but she's also a trusted partner with Moms in Real Estate. So we love having her on. And today she's gonna talk about how do you run a business and keep it all together. And so I'm gonna give a little introduction about Elena for those of you who don't know her. So like I mentioned, she's the founder and CEO of Kee Technology Solutions. So basically what her company does is she helps real estate agents, teams, brokerages all across the US and Canada, and she goes into their CRM and she finds what's missing or broken and she fixes it, and she really sets it up for success. So Elena, welcome. We're so excited to have you on today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm looking forward to this conversation. A little bit different, a little bit vulnerable, but I'm here for it.
I love it. I just know so many moms in this group are going to relate to this so much. And I just wanted to say before we dive into this really great conversation that Elena is also going to be leading a masterclass at the end of the month. So on Monday, April 27th. So this will be kind of a great segue into that masterclass as well. So Elena, let's start with the big question. So how do you actually run your business and build a new startup business with a huge staff, and you're also a mom, and how do you keep it all together?
It's still a work in progress, as is, I'm sure, with everyone who's a business owner, but I am improving since starting this in 2020, and it's not been anything that's been a lateral growth. It's been ups and downs, but everything I'm going to share today has come from firsthand experience. And so my goal with what I share with you today is you'll be able to implement what I've learned the hard way, so you don't have to go through what I've gone through personally.
Yeah. And I feel like I talk to a lot of business owners who they're like, I had to work through a lot of mistakes to get where I am today. So did you feel like you had that experience, or did you like start off doing everything perfect and right, or how did you get to where you are today?
Yeah, so I started the business in 2020, a year after, I guess not a year after, basically right as my daughter was born. I started the business when she was a newborn, which is probably why all of this kind of started to begin with. Like, it was a really stressful time, but I was also really pumped up to do something new. It just happened organically that way. But then in like, I guess it was going really well for the first couple of years. I was suppressing the stress well. I put on a good mask. I don't know if that relates to anyone else, but I was like, yeah, it is good. Yeah. But then in 2023, just like I broke. I was doing too much, and my stress showed up after a real estate conference, and it showed up as chronic pain. And it actually took me almost a year, 9 months, to get into what's called like remission, where I'm mostly pain-free from that, but like 20 doctor appointments, several different procedures. Then I thought I had resolved it, went back to my old habits, because like, all right, let's get back into it. Go back into the grind, put on the mask again, because that's what you do as a business owner in order to make it work. And then summer of last year came back to chronic pain again. So I'm still healing more than 6 months later, but I'm learning and permanently making changes. So no, I have not been perfect from the beginning, and I messed up again, but
Yeah. Well, I think that's a common theme with so many women I talk to. We work with a lot of female entrepreneurs, and they're all so amazing and ambitious, and they work through so much. Like, you're a mom, you're juggling all the things. You, like you said, you shove things down to get it done, and then all of a sudden it comes out in the form of whether it's like an autoimmune disease or a breakdown, like something like that. So I know that there's a lot of women who can relate to that for sure. So when you started going through this and realizing like you really needed to manage your stress, was there anything that you did to your business to be able to support you in that? Like, structurally, did anything change? Like, can you talk a little bit about the business side while you were dealing with your stress?
Yeah. So when this started happening, thankfully, I already had the support to help me make these changes. So I already had an administrative assistant at the time, and I already had one salesperson and one customer support person. So I was able to make these changes immediately. It was just that in my mind, I had the limiting belief that I still needed to be involved in everything that they did. So the biggest change I made was remove myself, and I need to make boundaries. And so I had business hours, and those were my business hours, true business hours. You can take work with you, Slack, email, phone, calls, texts. I put my phone on do not disturb. I don't get Slack notifications, and only family can reach me through do not disturb. Family means my husband, my mom, and my mother-in-law. That's it. Like, not even cousins. No one else can get through. Not work friends. Like, if they text me, if they call me, they can't reach me. If I intentionally make it a point to check my missed calls, yes, but otherwise, no, do not disturb. No ringing happening. I don't check Slack or email. I don't open anything, because then that sense of urgency, fight or flight happens, and the spiral begins again, and that rat race begins again.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a slippery slope, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really hard. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. You go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was really hard, and as you can see, it happened because that's the reason it happened again last summer. It's really hard to let go as business owner. You're like, but I have to keep doing it. It's mine. It's my baby, and if I don't do it, then it's hard for me to trust. But there are other smart people in the world, and it's like an ego thing, I guess, to think that only I can do it, and no one else can do it as good as me. But as long as you have the processes written down in the SOPs, most human beings are capable of doing what you do.
Yeah, definitely. So how did your clients feel when you made that shift? Like, did you like get any friction, or was there any issues that came up? What did that side look like?
There was a small portion of clients who have been working one-on-one with me. There was an initial like, oh, what's going on? But it wasn't a big pushback. They understood our business was growing and scaling, and they're like, I understand. Like, I knew that this would come. I saw how your business was scaling, and there was a little bit of a rocky start, because even though I did have processes in place, they weren't perfect, and they still aren't. So my admin would message me like, how do I do this? How do I do that? But as we perfected these things, now no one notices. And the reason why is I have the ability now where I actually never check my regular email or texts anymore. I don't even go to my CRM anymore, because that all goes through our admin, Kendra. Shout out to Kendra. She manages my inbox and routes things to the right person on our team. So although someone might email Elena at Kee Technology, most emails I don't see. They get redirected to someone else on the team. There's one folder in my email account, and it's Elena emails for Elena, and there's usually only like 3 a day, and the 200 or 300 either are spam or they get routed to another person. And if someone does push back and they say, but I really want to talk to Elena, then it's just something along the lines of like, due to the way we structured the team and our business, Elena's unavailable, but you can schedule a call here with our team. And so far, we've only had like one person push back.
Yeah, I think that sounds great. Delegating is key. And like you said, it's hard. It's definitely like a learned skill, and you have to build a lot of trust. And I think building the right team as well can help a lot. So, do you ever feel, I know moms experience like a lot of mom guilt. Did you feel like guilty at first? Like, I just want to know, like, have you share your experience so that other moms in the audience, if they're thinking about like, oh, this sounds like me, I need to set boundaries. Like, what kind of feelings did you have? Like, it sounds like it's kind of simple, but it probably wasn't, I'm assuming, at first.
It wasn't, but it was necessary. So at the time, my daughter was 3, and so she wasn't able to vocalize her needs, but I could feel it. I could
Yeah.
feel her wanting to people please. I'm a recovering people pleaser, and so it was breaking my heart.
Same.
She was trying to find activities that would interest me. She could see when I would like gravitate to my phone or my computer, and so she knew that I didn't really like pretend play. And so if she was trying to do pretend play with me and I was getting disengaged and like looking at my phone, she knew I really liked to play like this specific card game. So she would go and grab it and say like, Mama, and and was like, let's play this. I'll play this with you. Like, even though she didn't really like it, she knew I did. She knew like, this is how I get her off her phone. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to change what I'm doing, because even though she can't vocalize at this stage of her life, I knew that this is what she was trying to tell me. 3 years later, she just flat out tells me, Mom, get off your phone. She grabs it and she runs away with it. But that's the older version and more able to vocalize her needs. And I'm not as heartbroken, and I'm glad she steals it away from me and does the same to her dad. But oh, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's like a reality check there. So I think prioritizing your health and your family time is so important. And we always say like trying to find the balance, which is so hard to do. But anything or anywhere you can set boundaries, I think will help you in the long run and avoid burnout and just all the health issues that can come up for sure.
Yeah, what else has helped is if you're thinking, what can I hand off? Just start recording your entire day, and you can quickly, it starts to get addicting. Just recording everything you do, and you can just record your entire day and realize, oh my gosh, like, let me just record me doing this, and oh, this is how I answer these emails. And 99% of your emails can be answered by someone else. It's you're not, I don't want to sound mean, but you're not as important as you think you are, I guess. And you can, as long as like I have all of our knowledge of like, this is how you answered this type of email. This is how you answered this type of email. Here's our email templates of our frequently asked questions, and our staff can search. We have like 600 FAQ templates now that our staff can search and find. And now they don't come straight to me if they don't know a question. They go to each other, because now some people know some things and other people know other things, and they ask each other first. And then if they don't know the answer, they come to me. That took a lot of time though, because there was that default, go to Elena. And I'm like, stop coming to me, go to each other first. And
yes, it's just a habit that they need to develop. And it, like you said, it takes time. So nothing is ever perfect right off the bat. But Allie asked the question, I feel this, where do you start? Coming from a control freak, I feel like there's so many women, so many agents who run their teams, or, they're struggling in their business to know how to do that. I think that's a great little hot tip, is record your day and see what can be delegated. And so speaking of your day, what does like an actual working day for you look like?
It's not the same every day. Okay, so my day is probably quite different than most people's. I get 99% of my business from word of mouth, so I'm not making calls. I don't like making calls. I'm not a calling person. I get it through social media. So I spend a lot of I probably spend an hour to an hour and a half interacting with people on social media, in local community groups, and showing up, and people just keep seeing Elena for the past 6 years. And so now they know whenever it comes time to needing help, Elena's the go-to. Even people I don't work with, have never worked with, they still know Elena's the go-to. And I've created this little like bubble of super fans that recommend me before I've even had a chance to respond. And it's funny, people oftentimes are like, how much are you paying these people? I'm like, I'm not paying them anything. It's just because I show up and give value. And that's where it's like the boring thing, but it's what works.
Impactful.
Yeah, I time block an hour and a half every day. That's my non-negotiable. I spend
Love.
probably 30 minutes responding to my team internally to Slack messages, 15 minutes in email. I will record probably for 30 minutes, either a YouTube video or social media. I'll proof social media content for my marketing coordinator. I do drop off, and right now my daughter's school is private. That's going to change next year. It'll be a lot closer, but that total commute time is an hour and a half. So that takes up a big chunk. Some days I go to physical therapy twice a week, and that total commute time is 2 hours. So right now I really only have like 4 to 5 hours a day to work. So that was another reason why I had it to let go. Otherwise, the business would crumble.
Yeah. Well, I love that because a lot of moms are doing drop off, pickup. A lot of people want to be home when their kids are home. So you really don't have a lot of time. Have you been able to integrate AI in any way that's maybe a little bit different than what you've seen, or something you love about AI that's helped your business?
Yes. Where do I even start? So
Like in the planning process.
Yeah.
Things.
Okay, so I'll start with the two core AI tools, because I know we're getting inundated with AI tools, and I fell victim to it. But the two core I use are Claude and Notion, and I've built an AI Notion weekly planning coach where it plans my entire week. Where I have two databases it pulls from. One is my recurring tasks, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly tasks, and it's categorized by revenue producing activities, admin tasks that have to get done, life, like coordinate babysitters, confirm the babysitter. I have to start doing that the day before because some forget or a lot forget. Look at the lunch menu for school, like little things like that I have to do. All of it, my life lives in there. Review financials, pay out commissions, things like that. And then I have a task or a brain dump. That's the second database I get pulled in. So this is like the random ideas thing. Like, oh, I need to take that course. Oh, I should start to do that. I should take that webinar. I should record that type of video. And my weekly planner makes me focus and remember the main thing. That 1.5 hour block is non-negotiable. The Slack messages and answering team internal is non-negotiable. The checking email for 15 minutes, non-negotiable. And then it looks at I forgot the other revenue producing activities, and it says, okay, how much time in between appointments, physical therapy, doctor appointments, and calls, master classes, webinars you're hosting, do you have to do other things? And I say, okay, Monday I have 2 hours. Tuesday I have 1 hour. Wednesday I have 0. Thursday I have 4. And then it plans it out. It says, okay, Monday, you only have time to do your non-negotiables. Tuesday, you only have time to do your non-negotiables. Wednesday, you have time to do 30 minutes of this course. And it's like, okay, that's it. That's all the time I have to do. So I have this database of like 100 shiny object things that I want to do, but I'm not getting distracted by all of those. Ooh, I should do this. Ooh, I should do that. And I'm focusing on the revenue producing activities first rather than the I should do's.
I love that. It's so efficient. And that's all through Notion?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that because I talk to a lot of people who are just flying by the seat of their pants. And you are like not doing that. You have it real strategic and mapped out. And I love that so much because I just feel like I said, you don't have a lot of time to work during the week. So you want to be efficient and get everything done that's and prioritize the most important, the revenue producing. Like I love that so much. And I don't know a lot of people that use Notion. I'll have to look into that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. And I
sorry,
was going to
go
say
ahead.
one more thing about Notion. It's not just the weekly planner, but it hosts all of our internal knowledge. So it's what our whole team uses, and it has an AI in there, so you can ask it anything. It hosts all of we're actually switching away from email templates for our FAQs, and all of our FAQs now are in there. So
Oh, cool.
it's a lot smarter, and it'll actually spit out the answer. So if someone's asking like a more complex question that's like multiple questions, it'll give us the multi-answer output.
Oh, that's amazing. It's so wild where AI is going so quickly.
Uh-huh.
So that's exciting. And then I just wanted to kind of spend the last little bit wrapping up, but talking about your upcoming masterclass. So can you just share what that masterclass is going to be about? And then also share, like, if someone wanted to reach out to you before that masterclass, how they can do that.
Yeah, so the masterclass on the 27th is another way to apply AI to actually help you and not just, AI, that's cool. We applied this in March and part of February to help us find people hiding in our CRM. So I don't know, maybe it's just us, but if you have a database full of people that might be ready to do something and you don't know about them because data is buried with new leads, older leads, people that ghosted you, maybe you forgot to accidentally set a follow-up. What we're going to be doing on April 27th is using AI without having to, it's not like a subscription or anything. You're going to be using the CRM you already have. Choose any AI tool that you already use. I personally use Claude. We're going to export your database. We're going to use this AI tool. And in about 15, 20 minutes, you're going to have a prioritized call list of leads based on your capacity or your team's capacity with a 30-day plan with an outreach script planned out per channel based on conversation history. So not everyone's going to have a call. Not everyone's going to have a text. Not everyone's going to have an email. It's based on how have they responded to you in the past. And it works with any CRM, any database size, and any AI LLM that you use. I just personally use Claude, so you don't have to buy any software for it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, looking forward to it, and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm just diving into all the CRM stuff right now. So I'm going to be definitely taking notes on that class. And I'm sure I'll be implementing a lot of really great things from it. So if someone wanted to get in touch with you before then, like, what's a way that they can do that?
Yeah, I think the best way to do that is to share a QR code. I think, yeah, I'll share screen real quick.
Okay.
You can schedule a call with our team. Here's our QR code. Also, if you're on Facebook, in the Facebook group, I'll post a link. And if you don't want to wait until April 27th, we're happy to connect and look at your current CRM system and if there are any potential gaps that we could help with, or if you're just looking for potential gaps that you want to implement yourself, we're also happy to help and see what's missing.
Okay, awesome. And that QR code we can also put in our newsletter today with the replay. So it'll be going there. If you're not on our newsletter list, send me a message, let me know. I can pop you in there so you don't miss any upcoming events or important information. And then I also just wanted to ask you real quick about when people meet with you, is it like a consultation they need to set up where you look at their CRM? Is that what you meant? And you kind of see like, how does that work? Like
It's never the same.
it's okay.
Yeah, it all depends on like what your business structure is, what your goals are. It's we ask a few questions about like, are you a sole agent? What's your current business plan? What's your goals? Where do you get your business from? Where do you want to get your business from? What CRM do you use? Yeah, it's
Okay. Okay, well, that's exciting. I feel like there's a lot of people that could use your services and help organizing their CRM. So thank you so much, Elena, and thank you to everyone who tuned in today. Kristen and Randy will be back next Monday for another morning show with some special guests, so stay tuned. We'll be posting more info about that. And I hope everyone has a great week. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.